I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't get this one. There's a place in Georgia called Alley-Oop Unity. Hey guys, what's up from Roll, Minnesota, your state of skate. Hey, I'm Butch Lehman, wishing you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. Now, 2020 has been a rough year for all of us, with competitions canceled, sessions needing to be rescheduled, and skate parks across the world shutting down. Anyway, I think we're all ready to wave goodbye to 2020 and usher in a 2021 for the ages. I know I'm excited to skate with all you guys out there. Anyway, I thought it'd be appropriate to wrap up this year with a look back at some blading-related memes in episode 2 of Rollerblading Memes. So anyway, let's jump into it and take a look at some of the funny, humorous elements that 2020 had to offer us. Alright, so what I like about this is, first of all, what a cute doggo. He's wearing a tie, he's ready for work, he's on the computer looking for skate parts. And I gotta give a big shout out to all the bladers out there that are holding it down on Blade Trade. I actually got my first pair of skates from Blade Trade, a pair of Derek Henderson Razor SLs, and they were brand new, and I love them. Anyway, despite all the catastrophe and destruction happening around our little pupper here, he's still having the time of his life, putting together his Solomons, getting ready for the session. And that's the kind of optimism that I think we could all use a little bit more of in 2020. It's not been the best year. We can all agree on that. Speaking of 2020, I recognize this meme. This is from The Simpsons, and if you're a die-hard Simpsons fan like me, you'll recognize the episode with the lemon tree, where the kids of Springfield were pit against the kids of Shelbyville over the stolen lemon tree from Springfield, and they actually go on a reconnaissance mission to retrieve it back.
They stole our lemon tree!
I don't care what excuse you
But
put.
honestly, this is a good problem for us to have in our industry. If we have skate shops and companies that are routinely selling out of their entire inventory, that's the hallmark of a great resurgence for rollerblading. And ultimately, that was my Christmas wish this year, is to see rollerblading thrive. And thanks to all of you out there, especially you skaters who are getting back to blading, you guys are the lifeblood of our sport. The rest of us are just doing what we've always done, but it's those new faces entering that are really carrying us into that next progression in rollerblading's evolution. So, happy holidays to you guys. You guys are the best. Okay, all right. As a guy that's not married myself, I can certainly appreciate the creative problem-solving seen in this meme. You know, if you go outside that door to buy another pair of skates, we're through. It's over. But, you know, modern-day problems require modern-day solutions, and that's what our skater in the meme is showing us. Now, I don't know what's waiting outside those windows. Maybe it's a pair of the new Danny Beer skates, which are finally shipping, and I know a lot of people are excited for those. They look amazing. Maybe it's a pair of new Aeon skates, which I always thought those ones were really cool as well. And we even got a new Razor coming in hot right now. It's a new Shift. It's like gray in color. I saw a post on Jeff Howard's Instagram of him rocking a couple different setups there. So a lot of skates happening in the industry right now, and that's a good thing to see. But you know, sometimes you got to take the window. And although relationships matter and you have to have the approval of the spouse before making those big purchases, sometimes you just got to get yourself a pair of skates. Oh no. Why you guys got to do Shima dirty like that? Yes, I know he hasn't ridden for Razors in a long time, but you got to respect the classics, and Shima was one of the innovators of the sport, one of Razor's legendary riders, and the re-release of his skate is something that I think is really cool. In fact, speaking of cool, check out this clip of a young recipient of a brand new pair of Shima skates for Christmas.
Thank you, Shima.
Yeah, you gotta respect Shima after that. You have these other companies like Them Skates that are making an effort to pay their professionals through royalties for their pro skates. Meanwhile, Razors is, to some degree, overlooking some of their established professionals that have ridden with them. And that's something that I would like to see in our industry change in the future, is have more opportunities for professional skaters to make the living that they deserve. This is something we can't just slap flex tape over, even though it's amazing. All right, this one I'm not really even going to interpret as a meme. To me, this is just history. These were actually the very first pair of skates that I ever had as a kid. The Fisher-Price quad skates. They were adjustable in size. And if there's one thing these skates were notable about, it's cramped toes, hammer toe, compressed toe, toe injury across the board. These were not friendly to your toes. I think you guys get where I'm coming from here. Especially if you're using the brake. The brake is like on the toe stopper, but you've got your feet jammed right into plastic, and it was jagged on the inside. At least that's how I remember it. No, but seriously though, these skates have a lot of significance for me because it was on these skates that I first learned how to skate. I'm not even gonna look down on these quad skates because these things were the gateway that got me into skating, and what's to be mad about there? Even if you do have to suffer a little bit of hammer toe and the occasional slicing of your feet on rigid plastic. That's totally me. This meme is everything about me. I go into Christmas, Thanksgiving, doesn't matter what the holiday is, and instantly bombarded with requests from relatives about skating related stuff. Hey, do you still skateboard? Do you still do tricks? And I'm like, well, yeah, I try to. Could you do a backflip?
Oh, do a flip!
Actually, yeah, I do backflips pretty regularly when I'm skating, if I'm being honest, but it's like, what do you want me to do? Just drop everything and do a backflip right here? Because I certainly can't backflip on flat ground anymore. And certainly not with a pair of rollerblades on. Those are way too heavy to do that. I'm sorry to anybody that requests a backflip. If we're skating a P-rail, it's not gonna happen. If we're sitting down for dinner at Christmas, it's just not gonna happen. I do enjoy the occasional backflip, so let me rain check that one. And to everybody else that gets to experience this same situation, that's just one of the things that unites our community together. We can have those shared experiences of trauma with family. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Santa Claus is in the house with our next blading meme, and skateboarder informed me that bladers wax the coping. Well, that's not the kind of thing that's going to get you on the naughty list. At the skate park that I go to, my home park of Shakopee, we wax everything, and I've been going to that skate park since 2000, so it's been 20 years, and everybody's just accustomed to that. So don't let the online comments fool you. Not every skateboarder is against wax. In fact, oftentimes at my local, skateboarders will ask me regularly to borrow my wax, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But if you're the type that's gonna complain about sliding a little faster or about too much wax, you're gonna find yourself on the naughty list, and that's not a place you wanna be this holiday season. I have to clap for this one. This is a fantastic Chris Farmer meme. It's a little bit edgy for my family-friendly channel, but when you're asked to do something kinky, that's what I would think as well as a kink rail. And this kink rail is actually from Minnesota. It's at, or it used to be at, Edina High School. Super kink, legendary Chris Farmer clip. One of the most insane rail clips you'll ever see. If you haven't watched it, here it is. So I've actually been there myself and attempted the rail in person, and it's not easy, especially when you get to like the second half of it. It really starts roller coastering you with so much speed, and a few of those down parts are like straight down. This clip does not do it any justice. This one brings me back. This is Liar Liar featuring Jim Carrey, and I think we've all been in this situation as well, where the Monday comes around. We're all older now, we work jobs, and you really have to be judicious with how hard you go over the weekend, knowing you have to go back to work. Can't let those little injuries slow you down. Those bumps, those bruises, those scrapes, all of those heal. Even injuries heal, but what will never heal is a missed opportunity. So, Jim Carrey, Liar Liar, great movie from the 90s, and sometimes you have to just get out there and kick your own butt.
I'm kicking my ass, divine!
As long as we're visiting the theme of getting injured, I think this meme hits hard as well, because it's not just the battle of injuries that we're trying to avoid, but there's also the cost that comes along with skating. You've got the physical cost, but also you have the financial cost of buying all the skating stuff. And this meme always creeped me out a little bit. If you guys have seen the movie Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, there's like that snowman creature that hugs the one kid and just kind of assimilates him into its being and presumably kills him in the process. That's what skating will do to you. It'll give you that snowman hug. All right, creative bonus points on this one. This is the Jake from State Farm meme. And if we took Jake from State Farm and made him into a skate spot, yeah, it's skating. Skating is meant to be dangerous. That's part of what makes it fun, is that risk. What I really like about this meme is it sort of implies that the skate spot is calling on the phone. And I love that because I think metaphorically skate spots call out to us and they draw us in and we're like, I have to skate that. But it's even better if it's literally calling us as like, hey, I'm a handrail. You gonna come skate or what? When you haven't skated in nearly 20 years but still managed to get back into it, that's when you know you're still worthy. I know that I get really excited to see younger bladers skating for the first time, but it's just as exciting to see older rollerbladers, former pro skaters that are lacing up the skates again and getting back to what they love. Like Mjolnir, coming back and being wielded by Thor, I think all of us too can pick up our skates and wield them with pride out to the world and show them that we're rollerbladers, that we're skaters, and that's what we do. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't get this one. There's a place in Georgia called Alley-Oop Unity. Here in Minnesota, we still call it Alley-Oop Unity. I don't know why. I'm with you guys. It makes more sense to call it a Savannah. I've gone through all the arguments. I even made a whole video on it, which I can post over here. But I agree, Savannah makes more sense. And so there's one thing that's true about rollerbladers out there and inline skaters. It's that our language and our vocabulary for describing tricks is oftentimes nonsensical and very dependent upon region. You know, we could always visit Alley-Oop Unity, Georgia. If that's not a city already, we should put that one on the map too, just so everybody's happy.
It is official. It is a front Savannah.
In my humble opinion, it's Alley-Oop Unity.
Well, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Blading Memes. Again, happy 2021 if I don't see you. And I thought this would be a great way to ring in the new year as we wave bye to 2020 and usher in 2021. I'm hopeful for bigger, better things for rollerblading here in the future, and that we can take some of that momentum that's been built this year and carry that forward into another season of blading. I just want to say a quick thank you to all of you, and I hope you guys have an amazing New Year's. I'm Butch Lehman of Roll, Minnesota, and until next time, remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and get out there and do some rollerblading. We'll see you guys next time. Peace, everybody.